Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick video here just to show you how to join and use the Curious About Cannabis Discord server. I've gotten several comments and messages from people saying they're unfamiliar with Discord and don't really know how to use it, which is totally understandable. So I'll just go through it with you here. So I'm going to share my screen. And we'll go right into it. So the first thing that you're going to need to do to get on the Curious About Cannabis Discord server is to accept an invite. And we've made that really easy. Just go to cacpodcast.com/connect. And if you go there, I'll give my slow computer a second to load the page. But when you go here, you'll see a button here that says join our Discord community. All you need to do is click that, or you'll see a little widget down here that just shows who's online, who's active on the Discord right now. You can also click connect there. And if you don't have an account, it'll make you set one up. If you do have an account, it'll just have you log in. But basically, you'll click that link, and then mine will probably pull up the Discord app. Yeah. So because I already have an account, it's just going to try to pull up the Discord app. But if you didn't already have an account, it would just have you set up a username and a password, and then it would shoot you right into our Discord server. And I'm going to load it up in the web app just to kind of show you what your experience would probably be like. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to remember my login. Never mind. Let's pull Discord this way. Okay, so we are in the Curious About Cannabis Discord server. And what you'll see here is on the left, there's a whole bunch of different channels and categories. Then in the middle, we've got the main content area. And then on the right, you've got users that are listed there. And so when you first log into the server, you're first going to be presented with the rules of the server. Pretty simple stuff. Be respectful, don't spam people, that sort of thing. I've only had to block one person so far, which is pretty good. I imagine that'll change as it gets a little more popular, but the first thing you'll do is look at those rules. And if you participate on the server, then you are agreeing to these rules. And then you'll also be greeted in our general channel by the Discord bot. It'll say hi to you once you sign up. And then usually I jump on there and say hello as well. And then from there, you're free to poke around and interact. So there's a number of different things that you can do on here. Some of the main things that I want to show you, first of all, beyond just kind of keeping up with general updates, would be our giveaways. This is probably the most popular thing about our Discord server. So every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how long we run a giveaway, we will do these, contests, activities and things where we give away different rewards. And these rewards are given away in the form of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. You may have heard about those. They've started to get very popular. We're doing some interesting experiments on how to use NFTs in virtual education scenarios and stuff. So we're doing quite a lot of work with NFTs. So all of our rewards that we do on the server are all through NFTs. So if you want to participate in a giveaway, like we just did this giveaway last week, we gave away this NFT of a workshop pass that gave somebody 100, 75, 50, and 25% off any workshop anytime. And to kind of show you what the NFT looks like, pull up the link here. And here you can see sort of the visual representation of that NFT. And you can see that there's some unlockable content there. If you try to click on it, it's not going to show you what it is, because that's a big part of having the NFT, is that you get to unlock that content. And that content is what generally is actually going to give you the rewards that this NFT represents. You can also just go buy this NFT as well, but you can see the value of it is somewhere around $2,000 or so. That's because our workshops are usually around $1,000, and this gives you, multiple workshops for free, basically. So that's just a look at that. So if you want to participate in the giveaways, how do you get ready to do that? One of the big things to do, and you'll see this in the general channel, and it's pinned in the general channel, is a video talking about how to set up what's called a non-custodial crypto wallet. You'll need that in order to receive the NFTs that we give away. It's free and easy to do. The NFTs that we give you are free. There's sometimes a little misinformation or misunderstanding out there that if you win an NFT that you'd have to pay to receive it. This relates to something called gas fees that are used for blockchain to do transactions. We actually pay all of the gas fees for our giveaways, so you don't have to. So these NFTs are truly free for anyone that wins them. All they have to do is set up a free non-custodial crypto wallet. And then when they win, send us your public wallet address, and then we just send it to you, and it shows up in your wallet, and then it's yours. So that's one of the first things to do when you get on the Discord server. Just go ahead and set up a non-custodial crypto wallet. I've got this video that'll walk you through how to do it with a wallet called MetaMask, which is the main wallet that I recommend. You can access it at metamask.io. But once you've got your wallet set up, you're ready to participate in the giveaways. We also have, for instance, there's a category here, CAC NFTs, and you can actually go there, and there's an NFT that we give away to all of our Discord members, and you can actually go claim that one there once you have your wallet set up. And if you want to learn more about NFTs in general, we have an NFT Essentials channel here where you can just kind of learn about the wallets and NFTs, blockchain, and all that sort of stuff, and learn how to sell your NFTs that you win if you want to sell them. That's a big part of NFTs that's kind of nice, is it's easy to turn around and trade or sell those NFTs to other people, and we're totally fine with you doing that. There's not a resale restriction on any of the NFTs that we give you, so feel free to make money off of them if you can. Now, some of the other categories that we have on here, our biggest category is going to be the cannabis science and research category, and there we have an automated research feed that checks PubMed every 15 minutes and brings in new research. Then we also have like recommended articles. So these are things just personally I think that are really, really helpful for people to jump into, really good research papers, review papers and things like that. We also have a wonder wall here where people ask questions about cannabis science. We kind of keep track of those to get a sense of kind of where people's curiosity is at. Then our cannabis science channel is kind of a general channel where, as interesting things kind of comes along, I post them here. Other people sometimes post, just kind of putting certain articles in front of people's faces in the moment. Then we have these categories: cultivation, extraction, product manufacturing, testing, chemistry, medical, endocannabinoid system. And so if you have specific questions or things to share related to one of those topics, you can do it in there. It keeps things nice and organized. And you'll see, for instance, in our medical channel, we did a giveaway recently where users had to take on a research question and find research articles related to that topic or question, and then share those articles and talk about them in the medical channel. And so it was a really nice giveaway because we were able to learn from each other and see, kind of what jumped out at people. And that's really what this is all about, is creating a learning community where we can all come and do fun things together and learn together and see where it takes us. Another category you'll find here is podcasts. So these are all, curious about cannabis podcast related things. So whenever we post a new episode, it shows up here, automated, and then people can discuss those episodes if they want to. We also have a place to request interviews. It's a newer channel. We also have kind of behind the scenes stuff about the podcast. I talk about people that I'm going to be interviewing soon, ask people sometimes if they have questions they want me to ask a guest. that sort of thing. Then we have another category here about courses and events. So at Curious About Cannabis, we have all sorts of online courses, in-person courses, events, and what have you. And so you can find information about some of our courses on the courses page. I post updates to like our workshops and things as they're kind of coming down the pipeline. We have a student community page. That's a private channel for just our students, either previous or current students. They all get together and talk in there. We also have made private channels for active cohorts that are in workshops as well. So we have a cohort in our advanced workshop that has named themselves Plantera, which I think is amazing, an amazing name. And so we have private channels for those students that are just in that cohort as well. We also have what's called office hours here, which I'm actually going to move this up. So office hours is something that will be starting this week. That it's basically me hopping on the Discord on a video chat and just hanging out with people that happen to be on Discord. We'll, talk about whatever questions you might have, questions about the podcast, questions about cannabis science, cannabinoid science, whatever. I'm happy to discuss. And so once a week, sometime in the evenings, I'll be hopping on there and seeing where the conversation goes. And then finally, there's a section down here that is reserved for members. So Curious About Cannabis, the platform itself is launching a membership program that will grant members access to all sorts of content. And so people that sign up as members, they'll get access to a special set of channels down here, and we'll have special office hours, special discounts and events and other things that are only for members. This is where, so our membership platform has primarily been on Patreon, but we're in the process of moving away from Patreon and trying to get our membership platform built out on our own website and linked together through tools like Discord. So right now, the members section on Discord is not active because we're still in the process of making that transition. But basically, if you're watching this, listening to this, and you're a patron, you will eventually get access to all of these members channels once we make that changeover. So that's in a nutshell kind of what's here. Now, as far as using Discord, fairly intuitive. You have users over here. You can send direct messages to users by clicking on a user. And well, that was a terrible example because I clicked on myself. You can send messages to users just by clicking on a user and typing in a message here. And when you do, it will open up a separate screen where you can chat together. And that can be super, super helpful when you want to connect with people on the side and not in the public forum. And that's something to keep in mind. These are basically chat rooms, so everything you write is publicly visible unless you send a direct message to somebody, or if it's in a private channel. Some of the other things to know about that you can do is when you're typing, you can, besides just text, if you put in links, usually it'll make these little boxes to show the content of that link, which is super helpful. You can embed GIFs and other things into messages that can make it a little more fun to communicate. Sometimes you can also attach files, depending on the settings that we have for the channels and the size of the file. But you can sometimes attach files, of course, emojis. And there you can see, talking about adding files there too. So, in general, there's a lot of creative things we can do with Discord. And that'll all sort of be evolving as the platform evolves. As we hit certain criteria for how many users we have on the server, that will trigger different sort of upgrades that happen to the server. And so over time, there'll be things like custom emojis and GIFs and things, the ability to do things like tip people that come in and share knowledge or important resources or something, ways to give gifts to people, that sort of thing. And then the audio video chatting aspects we're going to be evolving out quite a bit. And then also, I mentioned at the beginning talking about NFTs and that we give away rewards as NFTs. That's all part of a bigger system that we're developing and sort of in the perpetual process of launching, which is a Curious About Cannabis NFT game. And this is going to be an educational game around cannabis and cannabinoid science. But in order to play the game, you have to collect these NFTs, which unlock certain rewards that take you further into the game, that sort of thing. And that game won't be ready for a little while yet, because blockchain and all this sort of stuff is so new. It takes a little while to get everything put together and organized. But our sort of soft way of launching this is to start doing these giveaways to give people NFTs. And I really encourage people to hang on to them if possible, because I do expect that they will increase in value over time as we do more and more with these. And as our platform evolves into where it's going, I think it's going to be hard for people to really understand exactly what we're planning to do until they see us do it. But we have some really cool things planned and really interesting ways we want to utilize blockchain technology to do really cool things with science education. So I really encourage people to get your hands on these NFTs as you can. There's no reason not to try to get a free one, especially when they already carry monetary value just based on the rewards that are embedded in them. So potentially, like the person that just won this workshop pass, if they wanted to, if they knew someone that wanted to attend a workshop or something, they could, sell that NFT to them and possibly make some decent money, all for free. And my goal is to put you into my brain what I'm thinking about in terms of using NFTs for education is I want to try to produce systems that create what is essentially a learning economy, an economy around education, an economy that incentivizes and rewards active engagement in education. And this is a new project that I have so much excitement for. And it's a long game that I'm playing with this. It's going to take years and years to get this where it's going to go. But blockchain technology, and especially the development of decentralized applications and things, has really made a lot of new things possible that wasn't before. So one way that you can start playing the Curious About Cannabis NFT game, though, and one reason why I started this rant in the first place, because of what's on the screen here, is the Curious About Cannabis quiz. This is sort of a one little challenge we've put out there that allows you to win an NFT or get entered into a raffle to win an NFT. The Curious About Cannabis quiz is a 3-part quiz. It used to be 2 parts, so if you took an older one, it may have only had 2 parts. Now it has 3 parts. And all in all, it has over 100 questions about cannabis and cannabinoid science. And if you get 100% on the quiz, you win an ultra rare Curious About Cannabis NFT that packs quite a lot of value. If you get 80% or better, then you get entered into a raffle that we'll do later in the year to give away one of these NFTs. So even if you don't get 100%, which we don't expect many people will, you still will possibly get entered into a chance to win one of these NFTs anyway. And if you struggle through the quiz, there are all sorts of recommendations in there about different types of courses and podcast episodes and other things that we recommend you check out to help fill in maybe some of the gaps of knowledge you might have, and tell you about some of our workshops and that sort of thing. And yeah, so if you want to really get involved with all the stuff we're doing with NFTs, jump on the Discord server, go claim your NFT. Remember that that's going to be in the CAC NFTs channel. And it's right here. Go claim that free NFT. Why not? You have no reason not to. And some of you have been just itching for a reason to get into NFTs. Here's a free way I've made the resources to teach you how to set up the wallets and everything. Just go do it. And then if you want to get your hands on more of these NFTs and start collecting them, start participating in the giveaways. And every now and then, we're also going to be doing what are called airdrops, where just like with this NFT, where we just posted it and said, hey, claim it, it's yours. We're going to be doing similar things with other, the sort of the playing cards that make up the actual game throughout the next year. So probably once every month and a half or so, we'll be doing airdrops, and we'll let people know about those on the Discord server and on our social media. And it'll kind of be one of these things where you have to get in within a certain window of time in order to claim it. Otherwise, the event stops and then it's over. So it will be something you have to kind of watch out for, these airdrops. But for people that pay attention and really take advantage of this opportunity to claim these free NFTs, participate in the giveaways and get NFTs that way, and participate in the airdrops, by this time next year, you could have your hands on a dozen or more Curious About Cannabis NFTs before the NFT game even officially totally launches. And then once the game launches, that's when we really start rolling out all of our NFTs. And we have thousands of these NFTs. And we'll be starting to release them publicly, both as rewards for participating in the game, but also for people to just purchase and trade and sell and everything. And if you already have your hands on a lot of these cards, then as people start playing the game later, your cards will become significantly more valuable. And some of the cards that you'll be getting, no one else will be able to get. So that's another thing to point out, is the NFTs that we're releasing over the next year are not NFTs that will be released again in the future. And so these are, for some of these cards, this is the only way to get them. And there will be people out there in the future that will want them. So, my goal is to find ways to reward you guys for taking your education seriously and trying to, take part in all these interesting things that we're doing here. So, if this can help anyone out there, one, be able to share education with others, or even be able to make money off of, this investment you're making in your education, then great. I love that. And I hope to see more of that. So anyway, I've rambled enough about NFTs and everything. Obviously, I'm super excited about them. But in general, that's our Discord server. It's, like I said, going to be evolving quite a bit over time with more categories, more channels, and things like that. But there's lots to poke around on here and things to read, people to connect with. I encourage you to get on there. And like I said, if for no other reason, start grabbing these NFTs while you can. And there will be a point where we may not be able to give away these NFTs totally for free if the demand gets to a certain level. So we have a budget carved out for transferring these free NFTs. So the sooner you get in, the better, because if we get overloaded by requests, then we will have to start trying to figure out how we're going to handle the gas fees and everything to make all that happen. And we may have to start, posting these on marketplaces for people to claim, where they would have to pay the gas fees. So, but at least for right now, and to me, it seems like for the next year, I think we'll be able to give these away, totally free. But who knows? If we get just hundreds of people that jump on here, that could change. So anyway, with that, that's how you get on the Curious About Cannabis Discord server. That's how you get NFTs. I guess another sort of technical aside that maybe I should say, just as a disclaimer, we do not sell cannabis or cannabis products. Our rewards will never connect you with any cannabis products, hemp or otherwise. It just, in general, when it comes to education, I try to keep that kind of stuff separate. And but you may get rewards that unlock different equipment and ancillary supplies and stuff that, as someone participating in the cannabis industry or someone interested in cannabis, you might find valuable. So we are not giving away cannabis in any shape, form, or fashion, and we are not giving away any cannabis-derived products in any shape, form, or fashion. So with that disclaimer out of the way, go check it out. Go to cacpodcast.com/connect. Go click on that Discord link and let's learn together. So with that, everybody, I hope to talk to you on Discord. Stay curious and take it easy. Bye-bye.